Happy afternoon, boys and girls. Happy Fun Friday. What you're going to need is your white paper that's in your distant learning packet. You're going to need crayons. And if you'd like some watercolors, I'm going to use watercolors today. And you're going to need a pencil. Okay, and just like always, I am going to use a black marker where you're going to use a pencil so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so so you get your paper out, you're going to put it this way. Okay, first thing we're going to do is you're going to make a ripply line like this. Just like so. Great job. Okay, now I want you to make a line like that. Okay, then we're going to bring it all the way back. Like so. Okay, and right about here we're going to make a swirl up and connect those two lines. You are doing incredible. Okay, now we're going to go up here to about halfway to our paper, and we're going to bring this down like so. There you go. You guys are doing great. Okay, now right here, we're going to make a line going up. We're going to make another line going up. And then we're going to make one going kind of sideways. Okay, great job. Okay, now here, we're going to make this line go kind of crazy like that. Then you're going to make another one goes this way. And one right about here. And then one here. And one here. Okay. You guys are doing incredible. Okay. You guys have probably figured out what we were making, huh? What did we study this week? We studied about the Mayflower. And who came over on the Mayflower, Tristan? Good job. The Pilgrims did. Okay, so we're going to put that up there. Oops, and if you go a little over, just connect it. Okay, and then this one's going to go here. Okay, now what I think I'm going to do is make this a little bit thicker, which we'll be able to do also with our crayons. Okay, now here we're going to connect at this spot and bring it up to there. Okay, and then we're going to take this and we're actually going to connect it down to this part of the boat. And then we're going to take this line and connect it down. Now this should be a little bit thicker too, just like the other one. I might as well do this one too. Okay, now what you're going to do is connect from here to here, from here to here. Doing excellent. And then we're going to connect from here to here and here to here. You guys are doing great. Now, I'm going to add a little flag up here and a little flag up here. And over here, we actually are going to do something like this. Okay. Now, what you're going to do is next we're going to add right up here some little circles, because this is inside the boat where the people would sleep, and down under here would be where animals were stored and their food, like their hadcock, remember that? Those dried biscuits, And there you go. So now what you might want to do is take your crayons. I'm just going to dump them all out here. So this is our water. So I'm going to go over this just with my crayon first. And then I'm going to come back. And then I'm going to add a little bit of wiggles with my crayon here. So it makes it look like the water's a little bit rough. Okay. Now I'm going to color my boat. This part here, I'm just outlining it because remember I'm going to be using watercolor. But I like it when the watercolor resists the crayon. So I'm going to go over that. And then the same thing, since wood kind of has like lines in the wood, I'm going to add a little bit of lines in there. And maybe make it a plank. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. Okay? And I'm going to do the same thing here. Now these joints up here, I'm going to do brown. Same thing here. And this here. This one here. And this one here. Now these are going to be brown too, because these were made out of wood as well. And sometimes these big masts here, sometimes they would break. And boy, that was a big problem because they didn't have all the technology we have today to make things a little bit more simple. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my watercolors. Okay, so I'm going to get out my watercolors. And I've got my water right here and my paintbrush. Okay, now I'm first going to start down here with my blue. Now remember, you don't want to use a whole lot of water, okay? Because if you don't use a whole lot of water, see how it's a little bit darker? Where if I do a whole lot of water, see how it's really light? So I want mine to be a little bit darker. If you want yours light, then you can do it a little bit more water. Okay, but I'm going to do mine a little bit more dark. Whoop, sorry about that. Okay, so there's my water. Now I'm going to go into my brown. And I'm going to paint my, now see how that's really watery? So I don't want to, and see how it's resisting on the crayon? I'm just painting right over those windows right now. What I'm going to do is after it dries, I might go over it with either black color paint or a crayon, just to make it dark. Okay, and then you have your sails, which of course they were probably not white, but I'm going to keep mine white, and I'm going to paint my little flag up here. I think I'll do these like red. Now, I want to do the background. So I'm going to make mine, since I already have the water as blue, I think I might make it more like a sunset color. So I'm going to do a little bit of like a red orange down here. And if you want to make yours blue, you can. I'm just choosing. It's your artwork, remember that. And that's going to make your boat pop out a little bit more too. Or if you want, you could do this in markers too. You don't have to do watercolor. Or you could do it all in crayon too. Okay, it's your artwork. So you do what you feel like you want to do. Now I'm going into like a lighter, it's not really going to be yellow, and it's not really, I'm just going to kind of blend that in a little bit. And then we'll do it a little bit over here. Oop, now see there, I got a little bit too much yellow. And take your time doing this because we're in no hurry. Now see here from my marker, the water is making it bleed a little bit. Remember when we did our bats, when it got a little, the marker got wet. So, but yours won't be doing that because you will not have marker on yours mixing with the watercolor. Okay, so there's my Mayflower boat. Now, there's something we want to do here, which over here, and I know you know one thing we're going to do. You could do it probably right here. You're going to have to write really, really careful. So I'm using my marker, and I'm going to write Mayflower. M-A-Y-F-L-O-W-E-R. And also, what else do we need to do? That's right, we have to sign it. So I'm going to sign it right here. I am so excited to see your Mayflower, guys. You did an awesome job.